There's an old saying, never let a good disaster go to waste. I believe that that is the life motto of Mallory. I'm going to pronounce this horribly. Mallory Udischus, otherwise known as Sweet Beans 99, more commonly known as the original creator of The New Guy. Yes, the woman that originally made New Guy to make him the straw man villain of her comic. That original creator. She cropped up again, I am absolutely certain, because her 15 minutes of fame from New Guy were wearing off at a breakneck speed. So she had to do something to try and get herself back in the limelight. Because, as I said, never let a good disaster go to waste. She made a new comic, which I will have a screen cap link uh, to show that it existed. That basically boils down to a person does a crime, in this case shoplifting. And when people were responding, hey, that's not a good thing, which I'm going to take a second to, I can't believe I'm saying this, defend her and say the act of showing someone doing that's fine. I don't see an issue with showing a person doing a bad thing. Her response, however, is where I draw the line. I think a lot of people drew the line. Her response was that what the person was doing wasn't bad, and if the person that works at the store that got shoplifted gets in trouble because that character let the shoplifter shoplift, and by let I mean completely went out of their way to ignore the very obvious signs of shoplifting. And if that person got fired, then that's the store owner's fault rather than the shoplifter. I think that you see where the issue comes from. And of course, she decided to e-beg in the pretentious, well, I'm not e-begging, post-e-beg sort of way. It's that same old song and dance of, look, I get the joke, and I'm going to have the screen cap of that joke. You're trying to say, you people only say that I beg for money whenever something bad happens, so I'm just going to say something like I'm pretending that I'm in on the joke while I'm actually e-begging. If she didn't post a fucking link to her Patreon, that would make the joke work. But you do, so it stops being a joke and you are literally e-begging. I am 99% certain that this comic was made for the sole purpose of rage baiting, to try and get people angry at her again because she was losing her limelight from the New Guy, so she needed to re-up that. Probably because her Patreon funds were taking a nosedive. I am so confident in that. And unfortunately, it seems to be working for her. This is how people like her work. They get known for doing something bad, and then they get really popular and defended by the correct people for a month or two because hive mind is fun. But then they get forgotten about because they have no real redeeming quality. They have no uh, inherent ability to be remembered. They have nothing. They lose all of the traction that they had for being the victim of whatever attack was happening on them. Because that's how this works. You have to always be the 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 biggest victim, the most recognizable, the it person that's being attacked or harassed or whatever. It's so strange to me that that's how this circle works, but it is. So I can say with a great deal of certainty, she made this comic and then said what she said in response to it intentionally to try and rile people up. But also, there's another part that she's been saying that really confuses me, and I actually do want people to explain this one to me, because this one I don't get at all. She's saying that it's a stereotype of gay people that they're thieves and shoplifters. I don't understand that. It's not just the be gay, do crimes thing, or be crimes, do gay thing that she posted in the original image. She's actually gone further to explain that apparently gay people are shoplifters, or this is a thing that they always do, and I've never heard that stereotype, which furthered a lot of people to believe that this was just projection on her part, and she herself is a thief. And she's assuming, well, because I say I'm gay, that everyone else that is gay must be a thief too. It's classic projection with these people. It boggles the mind. It really does. But I've never in my life heard this stereotype. This is the first time I've ever heard this, and I've asked a few of my friends about this, and they've said the same thing, that they've never heard anything like this. So I need someone to tell me if this is an actual thing or if this is something that she's just made up to try and like take away the guilt from her conscience if she has one. I am certain in another 3 to 6 months at most, we're going to see yet another comic from her and yet another controversy from her. This seems to be her modus operandi. I'm probably overestimating, but because I originally thought that she would completely disappear or tone this stuff down after New Guy became the first big meme of 2020. But no, here she is again. So I'm now certain she's going to do this yet again. She'll do this a bit later when her money dries up again, and the cycle will repeat itself. Watch. If I see her pop up in a few months, I hate that I'm going to say I told you so, but I told you so. Anyway, this has been Math Machine, just talking E-drama, because apparently I'm that kind of channel now. Where's my box of popcorn? Fuck. Peace out.